will start. And first, I want to say again, good evening, everybody. I'm happy to come back to be with all of you. Long time. And today we will talk about subject which is important to our occasion. Last week, on the 10th of July, it was what we call Asalha Puja. And then we thought the next day, it's starting the rainy season, the Vassa. What is actually Asalha Puja? It was the full moon on the month of July. But actually, in the time of the Buddha, it was not January, February, March. It was different names to the months. And this is considered to be the 8 months on the year, according to the time of the Buddha, according to Indian ancient time. So they count on the moon. So when coming the full moon is the middle of the month. And this month is the 8 months of the year, which they call Asalha. Okay, for us it's July come to be. So they call it Asalha Puja because the Puja it's like offering or worshipping or ceremony, and this is something very important happened in the time of the Buddha, which I will explain it. And like I said, one day after, on the 11th, actually the rainy season, officially rainy season start. The rainy season is altogether is 4 months. Every month in Far East, you have 3 seasons. You don't have autumn and winter and summer. There's no like this. It's going with the 3 seasons. You have the cold season, you have the hot season, you have and then you have the rainy season. Okay, so we are altogether is 3 every month, every season like this is 4 months. So you have 4 months which is cold. This is about January or something like this, starting from December, right? And then you have the hot season, which is dry and hot, also 4 months, and then start to be rainy. Rainy season starting officially, like I said, on the 8 months of the year, which is called Asalha, according to the time of Buddha. So, what happened in the time of the Buddha? Buddha, he got enlightened on the 6th month of the year. For us, it's coming to be like a month, May, okay? So this called Visakha. In the time of the Buddha, it's called Visakha. So the full moon of the Visakha, full moon of May, the Buddha was sitting under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, and he got enlightened. So when he got enlightened, he was sitting in the blissful of the Nirvana state for the 7 days, 1 week. After he came back from the Nirvana state, he stayed around the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya for another 7 weeks. He make different things. 1 week he make a walking meditation, 1 week he make another sitting meditation, another week he reflect about Abhidhamma or whatever. So this was from month of May, in the time of the Buddha, it's called Visakha. So it was on the full moon when the Buddha got enlightened. So it's meaning from the full moon of Visakha, 7 weeks, the Buddha stayed around the Bodhi tree. And then he thought to start to teach. Actually, the Brahma, he come and asked him to start to teach. He asked him, please go and start to teach. So the Buddha thought, who is the people that can understand the Dharma? It's very, very difficult. It's very, very delicate. It's very, very fine. This Dharma, who can understand it? And then you remember about his 5 friends. The Buddha used to practice 6 years with another 5 friends. But they practice very ascetic, very strong meditation. Standing on one leg, raising up one hand, walking on fires, doing so much things to destroy the karma. But the Buddha said that actually you never be able to destroy your karma. You produce so many good and bad karma from past. This will never be able to be destroyed. And the Buddha said that we should go to the middle way. So they stop eating. And in this occasion, the Buddha said, we should start to eat, because if I destroy my body, I will die. It will not be able, I will not be able to practice. So the Buddha started to eat, he washed himself. So when the friend saw it, they say something wrong with this practice. It should not be like this. We should go with the ascetic, very, very strong suffering to reduce our karma. And we should not follow the happy feeling. And the Buddha changed. He said, no, it's not possible. We have to go middle way. So they didn't agree with him. That's why they left him. Okay, so then these 5 friends, actually, if you talk about this, one of them, he visited the Buddha when the Buddha was just born. His name was Kundanya. He was the elders. And then when he born, it was the father of the Buddha. He invite different ascetic, different people to come to look for the future, just was a baby. So these 8 monks, they say 8 ascetic, they say that this boy will be either Buddha, either king, that he will be big ruler. Okay, so when the Buddha left home after 29 years, then these people that saw the Buddha when he was a baby, they told to their children that if this Siddhartha Gautama, he will live home, you go with them. So that's why these 5 friends, actually was one of them was Kundanya, which he was also one of the people, and other 4, there was the children of others ascetic, they come to look for the baby. So that's why the joy with them when Buddha left home. So 6 years they was practicing together very, very strongly till the Buddha find the middle way. Then they left. Where they go? They go to Sarnath near Varanasi. It's distance of 1 week walking. So Buddha stays 7 weeks under the Bodhi tree. And then he thought, these 5 friends, they are staying in Sarnath near Varanasi. I should go and teach them. They will be able to learn from me. So then the Buddha walk all this distance. Why the Buddha walk? Buddha could fly. Why he have to walk? Because on the way, he met one person. And this one person, he told the Buddha, the Buddha told them, I got enlightened. But this person, he didn't like to hear that the Buddha enlightened. And then he said, oh, well done, very good. But the commentary said that this man, he came later on and joined to the Buddha, and he also became enlightened. So you think that the Buddha make walking all this distance of 1 week only for compassion to one person. So then the Buddha reached to Sarnath, and in Sarnath, he meet the 5 friends. And he told them, I get enlightened. Okay? So this was actually in the full moon of Asalha, in the Asalha Puja. Okay? On the 10 of 1 week ago. So the Buddha told them first time, I got enlightened, they refused to believe. And then the Buddha repeated again, if I will teach you, you also will be able. So second time they also refused, but the third time they convinced, and then they went to what we call Migadaya. Migadaya, it means deer park. They went together about 3 kilometers till they come to the deer park. And then the Buddha gave them the first lecture, the first teaching. You think this was 2 months after Buddha get enlightened. He teach first time. Okay, what we call Dhammacari Pavanatana Sutta. He turned the wheels of Dhamma. You say, I turn these wheels, it will never stop. And what happened actually that at the end of this lecture of the Dhammacari Pavanatana Sutta, only Kundanya, the elders from them, he became Sotapan. Sotapan, it means enter the way. He cut maybe 25% from the greed and the delusion from the mind. It means he became totally confident on the Buddha. So if we talk about who was listening to this talk of the Dhammatalk Sutta, the first teaching of the Buddha, it was human being, 5 human beings, 5 people. So Kundanya is the only one became Sotapan. But you don't forget that many, many angels, they wait long time for this occasion. So the many angels for all the worlds, they come to listen to this Dhamma talk. And many of them became Sotapan, Sakadagami, Anagami, and Arahant. Many sentient beings. So this teaching, it was not only for one person to be Sotapan, for many sentient beings, which became enlightened and all the other stages. Okay, and then this was on the full moon of Asalha. And the next day, the rainy season starting. It means the Buddha make his first rainy season already after he became enlightened. He just became, I cannot say became a monk. He became enlightened, and immediately after this, he started to follow the rainy season. They stay in one place for 3 months. Because I told you that the rainy season normally, or any season, it's 4 months. But you think that they only, for the monk, rainy season considered to be only 3 months. Why? Because it's happened sometime that the monk he cannot reach to the place on the time. So then he have opportunity to make the second Phansa, what they call it. He stays still in the rainy season, but he don't start here. He have 1 month still to decide where he's going to be. But the perfect one is just to complete the first one. Okay? So in this, the Buddha said that in these 3 months, the monk have to stay in one place. Why? Because I tell you 2 reasons. One reason is that, you know, in this time, it's very hot. It's rainy. So the people, they grow the fields. Okay, there is, I don't know, some soya, maybe other things or whatever, they grow the rice. And then if the people will see the monk wandering around, they see the monk walking, they have interest to listen to Dhamma talk. So they call to the monk, please come, I want to listen from you to Dhamma talk. They forget the work. So the Buddha said, don't disturb the people. You have to stay in one place. Second things, when the monk traveling, they are walking in between the fields, barefoot, barefoot, they are just go walking everywhere, and then they can destroy and kill many insects, many animals, small animals on the ground. So the Buddha, out of compassion to these creatures, he said, the monk, you don't wander around, so you don't harm many creatures. So that's why the monk have to stay in one place for 3 months. Okay, rainy season. Also, they're very difficult to travel because sometimes in Thailand and in India, so much rainy, very challenge. So it's more safety to stay in one place. So the Buddha start the rainy season. I say the full moon. This was in this our case. It was our month. It was on the 10th. Or from the 11th, the rainy season starts. The monk have to make a wish that is going to stay in this place for 3 months. And what happened is that they stay in Migadeya, in the deer park, and start to practice. So Sotapan and Kundanya became Sotapan. And then the next day, therefore, they are practicing. And day by day, another person from them became Sotapan. So on the 4th day in the rainy season, it became 5 Sotapan. Buddha is a teacher, and he has 5 Sotapan. So on the 5th day, the Buddha teach them the second lecture, which called Anatalakana Sutta, the Sutta of the non-self. And when they hear, all of them, they hear this Dhamma talk, all of them became enlightened. In just one hearing, okay? This was the ability of the first students of the Buddha. They just was hearing Dhamma talks, And then pick, they convert, they change. They become Sotapan, Sakatagami, Anagami. So you think that in very beginning, by hearing, Kundanya became Sotapan, and then these other friends, they continue practicing. The others, they go bring food, and two, they are practicing. The other two go bring food, the other practicing. So slowly became Sotapan, day by day. On the fifth day, on the fourth day, they became 5 Sotapan. Fifth day, the Buddha gives them the Dharma talk about the Anatalakkhana Sutta, the Sutta of the non-self. Then the Buddha have 5 enlightened students. Then we are coming to the 6th day. On the 6th day, it was 1 millionaire from Varanasi. This is about Sarnath, it's about 10 kilometers from Varanasi. This man called Yasa, young man, is very rich, so rich that his shoes made by gold, golden shoes. He was sitting at home, have some, I don't know, like discotheque or whatever, festival. He's sitting here and getting bored so much. He said, what is this life? No interest. Okay, like depression. So he don't know what to do. He ran. He left home and started to run with the shoes, golden shoes. So he's running, 10 kilometers, till he come to the area of the Migadei, of the deer park. Suddenly the Buddha see him. Buddha look at him, he call him immediately by the name. He say, Yasa, come here. There is no depression here. There is no sadness here. So Yasa come to him, the Buddha give him Dhammatalk. He became Sotapan. So now, another Sotapan, okay? The mother of Yasa, she see the son run away. Where is my son? Where you run away? So she go to the father. She said to the father, please go look for your son. Where your son ran? Something wrong with him. He was not happy when he left home. So the father must obey. He started to run, but how he know where is Yasa? He look about the steps on the floor, on the ground of the golden shoes. So he start to follow the golden shoes steps on the ground. Till he come to the deer park. Then the Buddha see the father coming. So Yasa stay nearby the Buddha. The Buddha what he make? He makes supernormal power that the father cannot see the son. So the father coming, he actually the son nearby him, but he cannot see him. So Buddha asked him, what do you want? Why you came? He said, I'm looking for my son. He said, oh. And then the Buddha give him Dhammatalk. When the Buddha give Dhammatalk to the papa, the father of Yasa, the father becomes Sotapan. You see how intelligent they are? And so Yasa became enlightened. So now, because the father is a Sotapan, he has fully confidence of the Buddha. He happy about the Buddha. So the Buddha, he released that the father can see Yasa. But now, the father believed the Buddha. He will not ask the Buddha, bring me my son. He happy. You are the best teacher. Not only this, the father of Yasa say, I want to invite you for food tomorrow. You and your monks. It means Buddha have now 6 enlightened monks. Yasa and the other 5 friends. Altogether 6. So the Buddha going with these 6 months to take lunch next day. You see, we are now on the 7th day inside the Phansa. Buddha come, give them Dhammatalk after the food. Mama became Sotapan. And then another 54 friends of Yasa became enlightened. So they became enlightened, the joy to the Buddha. So it means now you see what happened on the 6th day, on the 7th day. Buddha have another 60 enlightened students, enlightened students. So then the Buddha stay with these 60 students enlightened on Isipatane for 3 months of the rainy season. And then after the rainy season finished, the Buddha tell them, you all very high level. You don't go together. You go different direction and you teach the Dharma. And then he himself go to meet the king Bimbisara. And the king Bimbisara bring him the bamboo grove, the first monastery. Now, this is the story about this time, okay? What happened? What the Buddha teach them in the turning the wheels of Dhamma. This is we call Dhammacak Pavanatana Sutta. Dhamma chakra, chak it means like a chakra, wheel, okay? Pavana it means turning, okay? Like starting, start to turn the wheels of Dhamma. The Buddha explained them about the Four Noble Truths. Noble Truths. So he said that in the very beginning, he said like this, I was practicing, or there is two extreme way that we should not follow. This was to teach them. This is how we start the Dhammacak Pavanata Sutta. One is the enjoyment of the six sense doors. Eating, dancing, whatever. The Buddha said it's vulgar. It's not give you anything. You follow all the time. The greed never will stop suffering. Okay? Second, he said the next things, it's the follow of the extreme suffering way. The Buddha himself, he stopped eating, he almost died. But he said, this is not the way. I could kill myself. Because like I told you, they believe that we should not follow even little bit happiness. Because when we're practicing strong concentration, sometimes we feel happy, but it's not good. We should press down also this happiness. And the Buddha said, why? I find out, even if I feel happy, I just have to acknowledge that I'm happy. I have to look at nature as it is. It's not to press down the happy feeling of the jhana, of the concentration. I have to look at it. Okay? Because normally they don't happy. Why I feel happy is something wrong. So they just have to press down everything by concentration. But the Buddha said, no, we should just use mindfulness and not only concentration. And then he said there is two extreme that we should avoid. The one is follow the happiness of sense doors, another one is press down everything by strong, something like only to feel suffering, to feel strong unhappiness. Like I told you, the Buddha, they believe that if you have karma, you have to destroy karma. And when you destroy your karma totally, then you don't have karma anymore. Then you can go to nirvana. But the Buddha said we make so much karma in the past, also good, also bad. We will never be able to get rid from this. This is not possible. This is not the way. Okay, so then the Buddha say only the middle way that I found, which is the Eightfold Path. Right view, right thinking, right speech, okay, right actions, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. This is the way. And then the Buddha say, when I was sitting under the tree, I understood the Four Noble Truths. The first is the Noble Truth of suffering. I understood that when we give birth, normally people are happy, they have baby, okay? But they don't know that this baby is just suffering, sickness, aging, losing. I want something, I do not get it. I get something which I don't want, okay? Losing people, we don't happy. To say suffering, what is suffering? Second is the reason of the suffering. And the Buddha said, why we are suffering? Not because of outside, because of inside us. We have what Buddha said, tanha. We have three kinds of tanha. Tanha, it's mean attachment, craving. One craving is for six sense doors. We want to hear something, we want to smell something, we want to taste something. Never satisfied. All the time wanting. This is one thing that makes us suffering. Second is the craving to be. I want to be something. I want to be doctor, I want to be professor, I want to be good lecture giver, that everybody will be happy about what I'm telling. I want to be alive, I want that I have children. new generation. I want to write a book. Everybody will remember Ofer write a book, or maybe I build something, or so I write my names on the building because I give donation. Everybody know I give donation. So it means craving to be something, not to die. Everybody, you go by car, maybe the car start to move something. Oh, you're afraid. The airplane. Oh, I don't want to die. So we want to be. And this is create a lot of suffering to us. Another thing, I don't want to be. When the timer is going to finish, why too much? It's enough for me. Why the train never come? Oh, the pain killing me. I want to stop the meditation. Maybe people suicide. They get enough, not enough, they don't want anymore. Impatient. It means not to be, to stop. So this is another 3 craving or 3 attachment: to be, not to be, and to the sense doors. And he said this is attachment which we have inside us, and they are causing us a lot of suffering. And then the 3rd noble truth is the end of the suffering. What is the end of the suffering? Say, if you turn off these 3 kind of craving, if you make like a candles, you make on the candles, you turn off the candles, which means nirodha, nirvana. Okay, when you cut, you clean from your mind these 3 kinds of craving, then the suffering will stop. This is the end of the suffering. It's nirvana. It means turning off the craving, 3 kinds of craving. What I'm telling you now, this is what the Buddha explained on the Dhammacari Sutta. Okay, I'm explaining what the lecture that he gave them. The turning the wheel of Dhamma he teach. So this is example. And then he talk about the 4 noble truths, which is how to get nirvana, how to clean the greed and delusion, how to clean the craving from the mind. This is the Eightfold Path. It's mean right view, right thinking, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Maybe we use the time another time. I will explain it one by one again. Okay, this is good to repeat on it what they are, but I will not explain it now. It will be too long. Okay, we don't need to push everything in one lecture. So this is the Buddha saying. Then he say like this: only when I understood, I experienced these 4 noble truths, then I can insight, okay, but not understanding by book or understanding by lecture. I experience it. Only then I can say that I get enlightened. Before of this, I could not say that I get enlightened. Only when I explain. And then the Buddha said that actually, these 4 noble truths, we don't have to understand it in the same way. Everything's a different phaza. For example, if we talk about the first noble truth, this is the 4 noble truths of the suffering. So noble truths of suffering, we have to understand it by experience. Okay, to get wisdom by this. Okay, so this is what the Buddha said. Only when I understood fully the noble truths of the suffering, then I can say that I get into the Dharma. Before you say I cannot say that I get enlightened. So this is about the noble truth, the first noble truth of suffering. So you talk about understanding. But the second noble truth is the noble truth of the reason of the suffering. But it's not about understanding. It's about cleaning. When I clean from the mind, the ignorant, okay, abandoned, when I threw off this reason of suffering, only then I was free from it. So it's not about understanding the noble truths of suffering. We have to understand noble truths of the reason of the suffering. We have to clean out the reason, which is the tanah. Okay, and then the third noble truth is the noble truth of nirvana, which what we have to do, we have directly to experience. We have to get nirvana. So you see, every noble truth, we have to do something else with it. Okay, so for the noble truth of the end of suffering, we have to experience it. And then we come to the Four Noble Truths, which is the Eightfold Path. What we have to do? We have to develop it. So the Buddha said that every noble truth, I have three kinds of access. The noble truth of suffering, first I understood, I have to understand it. Then I start to understand it. And then I understood it. So start rising, prevailing, and ceasing. Happening, stop. This is what happened to me. Okay? And then when I came to the reason of the suffering, I have to clean it. So I understood that I have to clean the suffering, the reason of suffering, that I have to clean for myself the attachment. I make the actions of the cleaning of the suffering, of the reason of the attachment, and then I complete it. So again, I have rising, making it, and stopping and finish at the ending. So three phases. And then you have the nirvana. I knew that I have to experience it. I experience it, and then I reach to the completing of it. So again, rising, staying, and falling. And then talk about the noble truth of the way how to do it. It means I have to experience, to develop it, develop the Eightfold Path. I have to do it, I did it, and I finished. So altogether 12. So we can say Four Noble Truths, or Eightfold Path, or 12 Phases. So actually it's the same things. Huh? That's why the Buddha explained it like this. That's why when you read the chanting, sometimes you see it's repeating again and again and again, but actually it's not a repeating. Every time you have slight different from one of them. I have to do it, I did it, and at the end I success to complete it. So every one of them is different things I have to do. Okay, every actions I have to do. And the Buddha said that when in the Dhammacari, in the turning in the wheels of Dhamma, they explained that when the Kundanya was hearing this Dhammatalk, he became Sotapan. Then the Buddha said to him, Kundanya Anya. He changed the name of him. He said, Kundanya really understood. Kundanya Anya. But in the same time, many angels became Sotapan Sakatakamyanagami, like I told you. So in the sutta itself, it's in mention how the angels, they were so excited to come to listen to the Dharma talk. So they start to cry, to shout. Oh, for example, the first angels, this is the angels staying in the human being worlds around us, maybe in the flowers, maybe in the garden, maybe in the tree. So they were shouting, the Buddha is going to turn the wheels of Dhamma, because they know they are angels. They wait long time for this. So they say, the Buddha is turning the wheels of Dhamma in the deer park. We must go to listen to this. So what happened is that when the angels in the world was shouting, then the angels on the second floor top, they was hearing this. So they also start to shout. This is we call Jatu Maharajika. It means the angels of the four great king. They also was listening, they also get excited. So they also start to shout, everybody, the Buddha is turning the wheels of Dhamma in the deer park. So when they were shouting, the angels above them, they was hearing it. And then, so all the world system, there was exciting. They know the Buddha is going to turn the wheels of Dharma. So, and then that happened like this, that from all the world, people, many angels, they came to listen to the Dhammatalk. So, like I told you, because of this, when they was listening, they pay attention, they was qualified to develop their mind. Yeah, so this is actually in the Dhammacari Sutta, you were reading it. I think you're chanting it every Sunday or something like this, huh?
Every Buddha day.
And the Buddha Day. Every Buddha Day we chant it. It's very, very important. You think we are hearing it so many times, but where we are staying, nothing. In the time of the Buddha, you see how much they was developing. Nowadays, there is no quality of people like this, that they're able to listen and their mind change. There's no such things like this. Okay, it's actually 1,000 after the Buddha, it was disappearing. Okay, so now our time, some people, we have to practice a lot for this because the new generation going down and down. The Buddha says so. Okay, so just to repeat again, Asalha Puja, it was on the 10th of this month. It's the mean Asalha, it's the name of the month. This is the day when the Buddha he was teaching first time. This is called Dhammacari Sutta, or turning the wheels of Dhamma. From the next day, it was from the 11th day, we start officially the rainy season. It will finish another 3 months from now. Also, it will be one day on the full moon, okay, one day before full moon. And then this month, where the monk have to stay in one place, the Buddha, he make it the first time, immediately 1 year. When he get enlightened, it's already completed. And that time, when they finish, after 3 months, the Buddha already have 60 enlightened monks. And they became the missionaries, the first missionaries. Any questions? Anyone have a question or something? You can ask about this subject, you can ask about other subject if you want.
John.
Yes, please.
So there are devas waiting to be enlightened?
Again, sorry, repeat.
Angels waiting to be enlightened?
No, they cannot. They know that they will be enlightened because when they hear, but they have the wisdom. They have some of them, not all the angels. Some angels, they don't have faith on the Buddha. Some angels, they have faith on the Buddha. The angels that coming to listen to Dhammatalk, this is angels that they have confidence in the Buddha. Not necessary that all. It can be that, I don't know, for example, the Pope in the Vatican, when he died, is a good man. So he will not go to the hell, okay? He didn't kill anyone, he didn't steal, he worshiped Jesus. So he can be the angel. But he don't believe on Buddha. So he will live good time. He will be, okay, maybe priest or maybe other, I don't know, maybe in the synagogue, the priest, the Jewish or maybe Muslim, they are good. They don't make any bad things. They give donation, okay? Maybe they keep some of the precepts also normally, maybe alcohol, they drink a little bit because of their religion. They believe on Jesus, they believe on Muhammad, they believe on whatever, but they are good people. So when they die, they become angels, okay, or human being. But they don't have any access to the Buddhism. They don't believe on Buddha, okay? So these angels come to listen to the Dhammatalk. This is people or creatures which have access. They know about Buddha. So even they know, the Buddha sometimes he turned the wheels of Dhamma. So that's why they make the effort to come to listen. Okay? So when they listen, they have goodness inside, quality inside. So then they listen, and then they became Sotapan. They became Sakatagami. They didn't know that they are going to be, but they have the confidence. The same like suppose you were born in the time of the Buddha as angels, and you know, because you was listening for Ajarn told, Ofer told you, so you come to listen. So you are so excited, and then suddenly, because your good quality, you became enlightened. Possible. Okay, so they didn't know, but they knew that the Buddha is telling the wisdom Dharma. Maybe other angels told them, like I told you, there was hearing the other angels shouting about this, something like the bells are ringing. Oh, everybody know. Come, listen. Okay. But because of their quality, they also developed. Petition. No question. Everybody know everything. So nice.
Hello, Prof.
Yeah, please.
You mean if we are Buddhist
Yeah.
in the world,
Yeah.
and after we die, we stay Buddhist?
You see, you are not changing in one day. As a human being, you realize about Buddha in certain time. It attracts you. Okay? So
Yeah.
now you're still thinking, oh, it's good things. Okay?
Yeah.
You see that you are, even this life, you are still have this kind of understanding about it. Sometimes you change more, sometimes you change less. So when you die,
Yeah.
this confidence or belief or whatever, they stay with you.
Oh,
As a memory, as a, understand?
okay.
That's why you see we are born as a karma nearby each other. We born in certain, I'm in Israel, not accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not, you don't lose it so easy. Your belief, your understanding, you don't forget it totally when you're born next life.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good to know it.
Yeah, even people, even for sure, people that they have access already somehow. I say get access, I don't mean about Sotapan. I talk about Jula Sotapan.
Mm-hmm.
And the Buddha says that Jula Sotapan, you're reborn as a human being again.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go to bad place. You're angels, you're a human being again. So this knowledge or this understanding is still with them.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Welcome. You see, people, they're going another country. Suppose you are coming from a place, you have Mahayana Buddhism or whatever. You go to Germany, you also, the smell of your understanding is still there. So you're attracted by this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Ajarn?
Yeah, please.
But Junior Sotapan is not guaranteed to be Sotapan, correct?
It's not guaranteed if he will not. Next life, suppose he will die, next life he go to good place. But if he will not continue, he might drop. But the Buddha said that it's very, very possible that he will go up. It's very, very possible that he go up. Even one time someone died. So the Buddha says he's a Sotapan. But then the people didn't know that actually he was, I think he drink alcohol or something like this, yeah. So they say, how come the Sotapan drinking alcohol? So Buddha says Sotapan. But they know that he drink alcohol. So the meaning is that the Buddha talk about this, that next life he will be Sotapan. Because he was Jula Sotapan, he will not lose it so fast. Understand? Otherwise, Buddha something like tell lie. Yeah. Because Sotapan not possible for him to drink alcohol. So how come? Yeah. But the Buddha something I mean that someone the Buddha Ajarn declared to them that he is in third step already. They did not already. He said third step. But this person told me, I actually, some not perfect on this, not perfect on that. I said, don't worry. Ajarn, you are cooking, you are cooking. The third step. Anagami, it means. Because anagami cannot have a fear, for example. This person, but I still have fear. How come? Ajarn, don't tell me. I'm some make a little bit confused. So I tell him, don't worry. Ajarn say, you are cooking to me.
Thank you, Ajarn.
Welcome.
What about the turning the wheel? If I remember right from the pilgrimage, you said there were Buddhas before the Buddha. Did they also, what did they do? Did they also turn the wheel or not?
Yeah, of course. All of them, they do the same things.
Okay.
All of them, they are meeting, they're there, but sometimes it's not necessary to be five. Sometimes more students there was hearing, but every Buddha turning the wheels of Dhamma. And they say that in the moment that he turned the wheel of Dhamma, nobody can stop it. He will stop by himself, but nobody can stop it. He will turn by himself long, long time, but it's not that someone can stop it.
Okay.
But when it stops because everything anicca. The Buddha will die, the Buddhism continues, I mean the wheels of Dhamma, it's still running, but it's something like slowly turning, slowly, like I told you, well, it's 5,000 years.
Is
So
this with
in the middle.
Is this with every Buddha? It's 5,000?
No, not every Buddha is 5,000. In our occasion, it's 5,000. It's not so long. And you think the Buddha himself, he was living only 100 years. It's not so long. Other Buddhas, they are living by themselves. The age of the person, it's 84,000 years. The age of the person. Same like the turtle is 500 years. So we are living very, very short. 100 years. Other Buddha, 84,000 years. Other Buddha, they are also long, higher by how they looks like. Okay, 64,000 years. The person living so long. Okay, because our generation is like this. But in our occasion, it's 5,000 years, and every 1,000 years about, it's dropping for quality, one kind of quality. For example, in the time of the Buddha, it was 2,500 years ago. It was, the Buddha said, 1,000 years. It was a quality of people which was with a great wisdom. They could listen to Dhammatalk. They became Sotapan Sakatan by convert the mind by hearing. Okay? That's why around the Buddha was many people like this. They was getting enlightened, Sotapan Sakatagan Anagami, only by hearing, and also they have supernormal power. They can fly, they can read the mind, they can walk through the walls or whatever, okay? We call apinya, supernormal power. And also they have the ability to remember the past of themselves, of other people, and also they became enlightened. Okay? And also they keep the precept. So what happened is that after 1,000 years from the Buddha time, the quality of the people which could listen to Dhammatalk and to be Sotapan Sakatakami Anagami only by hearing, it disappears. The wisdom disappears. But still people have supernormal power. That's why it can be that Jesus walked on the water. It's possible. It's not impossible. Because he was living during the time that 2000, it was the first 1,000 go away, then we start the second 1,000. In our generation, there is no such things like this. This quality of supernormal power was on the second 1,000 after the Buddha. It means, like I said, Jesus, if it's true, it's possible that it's true. It's not impossible. People can, like yogi, man, different kind of yogi, they're talking about the power that they have, the teachers, but maybe themselves, they don't have it anymore. Because we are on the third generation. We are in the middle of the third generation, which the quality is to remember past. So now it's many people, even you go to the city, I don't know, you go to London, there is one woman there, she can know your past. She can tell you the future, what you're going to be. She can know about herself. You can, in Thailand, there is one mechi, she can tell the past of the people, what the relationship between the people, why you are married, why you are not married, why she can tell you all these things. And it's possible she don't necessarily tell in lie. If she's matchy, probably she don't tell lie. Because it exists today. You don't need to be Buddhist. It's just a Buddhist. It just exists for people. They can, very often it's happened, people practicing meditation, suddenly they remember what they was in the past life. Okay? Still exists. And also some people practicing vipassana and they get enlightened. And also people keep the precept. It exists today. But it's not exist that people can hear Dharma talk and get enlightened. It's not exist that people can fly on the air or walk on the, I don't know, walk the water or things like that. It's not exist anymore. It's disappeared. 500 years ago, it's disappeared. About, okay? Or I don't know, a few years, 100 years ago, 200 years. And then in the future, about 500 years from now, also people will not have any more memory. The people will keep the precept and also people can get enlightened. Be enlightened people and also people keep the precept. This will be, they lose the ability to remember in the past life. It's not necessary to know past life for getting enlightened. It's two different things, okay? So then after 1000, this will be the 4000, okay? And then it will come the 4000 from the Buddha. It will be people which will, they will have to practice vipassana very strong and they get enlightened, okay? They don't have the memory. And then we are coming on the 5th, the last, it will be people which will not be, the people will not be able to get enlightened. Sotapan and Sakatakami, but still some good people keep the precept. Most of the people, they don't keep the precept. But the people, if they have to practice, they will get Sotapan, Sakatakami, no Anagami, no Arahant. This will be on the 5th. Another 2,500 years, something like this. And then this also will disappear. The Buddhism will disappear totally. Sometimes will be time without any, nobody knows to do good, not to do bad, to purify the mind, vipassana. Nobody will know about it. Sometimes it will be some kind of catastrophe in the world, in this world that we are staying. And then the people start to develop again. The generation start to develop again till Maitreya will come. Maitreya will be the next Buddha. He get enlightened. He will make Dhammatalk of turning the wheels of Dhamma, and then it will start again for a longer time. And then he will die, and then the generation start to go down till it will go away. And then it will be the last Buddha on this earth. Okay? Don't think that some people, they tell you that, maybe the, meteor coming to hurt our world and destroy, and then we hit the sun, everything will be bomb, atomic bomb. No, not so fast. Not so fast. We have time still to live. Don't worry. No meteor coming. This is just speculation for people that like entertainment. Not for us. We're working on the Dhamma. We have time.
Thank you, Ajarn.
Buddhism very optimistic. Good.
Ajarn,
Yes, please.
in the time of the Buddha,
Yeah.
I read that many people could see and could talk with yakas, but now
Yeah.
we don't have such
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah. Because why? Yaka, they have body, but they have subtle body.
Pardon?
The yaksha, they are angels.
Okay.
Okay, yakshas, they are in the Jatu Maharajika.
Yeah.
Also, they are coming. Jatu Maharajika also coming here. Bhumadeva, it's on. Bhumadeva, it's walking between us.
Yeah.
So the yaka normally is angels, okay? So his body is very fine, very delicate. That's why we cannot see him. He can see us, but his rupa is it's the same like butterfly. They can see things on the flyer, on the flowers that you cannot see. We cannot see because our eyes is too gross. Okay? Then maybe the dog can smell what we cannot smell because our smell, the nose is not the sense doors. It's very gross. But people, if they use concentrations, they can expose to the rupa, which is much more fine. So that's why very difficult for us to see. But people have strong concentration, they can see.
And the people in the time of the Buddha?
They have strong concentration, yeah. Some, yeah. Many.
Okay.
They have strong concentration. And other things is that the yaksha, it's angels. And for example, if I go somewhere and I know the people, they maybe are so quiet and peaceful, the people don't notice that I'm there. So if I want the people noticed, I start to make maybe shouting, making myself gross. Okay? So sometimes the angels, if they want us to see them, they will make themselves gross. Okay? So then we can see them without our concentration. We don't use our concentration, but they themselves, they make them the rupa more aggressive. So we can see them. So they can appear in the front of us. For example, Buddha was sick one time. But they are very, very fine, the angels. They are very clean, they are very beautiful. Their sense doors very strong. So then the angels, I think one of them, maybe Brahma or something, he came to help the Buddha. He cleaned the Buddha, but Buddha is a human being taking diarrhea.
Yeah.
So the Buddha asked him, why you come? This is not nice for you. How can you bear it? So the angel told to the Buddha, I'm not consider about your body, I consider about your purity, mind purity. That's why I can bear it. You understand? Also, the angels come to the Buddha and prostrate to the Buddha, he say, please start to teach. Huh? So to do it, he have to make himself gross.
Okay.
Otherwise, how can he talk to the Buddha? He come and bow to the Buddha, prostrate 3 times.
Yeah.
One time, the Naga, he come to the Buddha, he changed into monk, he want to ordain. So this is 2 options. One option is that we use our strong concentration and then we can see them. Another is that they have a reason to come to contact with us. But we are not good people. They don't like what they do. I mean, if they corrupted country, so the angels, they don't happy to come. So they don't have reason to come. But the Buddha is so pure, this is merit for them to bring them food or whatever. So then they make an effort to come. So it's 2 ways how to communicate with the angels. That's why when you put food on the shrine, you put something, the angels actually cannot able to eat it. But they rejoice on your merit. So they're eating something like they enjoy from the merit that you are doing, but they're not capable to come to eat your banana because the rupa is very fine. They're eating karma. They just think about banana and then the banana appear because
Okay.
of the karma. This is the food of the angels.
Mm-hmm.
They're creating rupa by karma.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay? Petition. Good. So, Dankeschön. Thank you very much. And I wish for you good sight, good time for the rainy season. Okay?
Vielen Dank, vielen Dank.
And bis zum eine Woche. I wish for all of you to find the real happiness, for all the merit that you are gaining, for all the way that you are walking, that you continue to develop the paramita, the perfections, and all the goodness. Okay, it's very rare, it's very difficult to find people like you today. It's more easy to find people on the pub if you go to the pub or whatever, or to the war here and there. So many war, everybody killing each other. Huh? Difficult. So what we can do is just send the merit to everybody. May they all will open their eyes to see the difference between good and bad. Huh? Stop suffering. Stop making cooking the cake of the samsara, turning the samsara for themselves. So for us, lucky we again get out from this. We know the way, the torch, the flashlight to get out from these stupid things.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you very much, and I wish for you a nice evening. Good
Thank you, Ajarn.
invitation again for this Dhammatalk, and hopefully to see you on Sunday next week.
Next Sunday, yes.
Dankeschön.
Thanks.